Well, here we are, day 2 of the build. What we're going to do today is we're going to pull this engine out. The entire engine, transmission, everything's going to come out together. I've already drained the oil, drained the water, and most of the fluids, and so we're not going to have a big mess when we get this thing out of here. Here we go. There we go, one air cleaner. Now this thing got pretty damaged in it in the accident, so we're going to be replacing this piece here with the new piece from Ferrari. There's a cross member up on the top here. This cross member bolts onto the 2 rails that run through the length of the car, and the engine hangs from that cross member. So the first thing we're going to have to do before I start unbolting this cross member is I want to support the engine from underneath, because when I take that cross member off, it'll just drop right out. Metal to aluminum, aluminum always loses, but wood's softer than aluminum, so we put that in there. Put a little towel in there, it won't scratch anything. There we go. I got a kinked exhaust here. There's a bolt back in there that's hard to get because of the way the rail came in and hit the exhaust. So I think I can just take these 2 bands off. It'll come off, we'll call it good. See if we can muscle this off here. That side isn't moving at all. Let's try this. There we go. Here you have a ground. That's actually a special wire for the exhaust feeder. Probably one of the biggest keys is making sure everything is unbolted or unsnapped. So when you start dropping this engine, it doesn't rip half the wiring harness with it. There we go. Upper cross member is out. And that thing weighs about, look at that. Let's see. Remember, this goes in before the front upper motor mount goes on. I don't like this exhaust sitting here. This one's damaged anyway. Excuse me, not exhaust. Catalytic converter. There's a spring in here. It makes up for vibration that normally will break the opening there. We're getting closer. These are the shift linkages. One shifts between 1st and 2nd, or 3rd and 4th, or 5th and 6th, and then one shifts clusters over to the next set of clusters. So when you take your shifter and you run from, if you go back and forth from left to right, this rod does it. Okay, we're on to the oil lines here. There's our oil lines right there. This is one block. There's 2 blocks, one on each side. Hold probably 99% of all the wiring that goes to the engine here. Basically, it's a junction box. Comes in from the front, goes out to the engine. Well, today wasn't what I wanted it to be. We got to a point here today where the engine's sitting here loose. It's ready to come out. And all I got to do is figure out a way to get to that one bolt on each side that disconnects the wiring harness loom from the firewall. As soon as it's disconnected, this baby's coming out. I might even do this in the middle of the week. I might come down here on a Sunday and figure it out, pop it out, because I'm going to get an engine hoist over the top of this. Let's see what happens. We're good. Next week, we're racking it, and we're going to put this on the rack and get ready to start pulling this thing. So next week, we'll see you then.